Okay, I'm Justis, and this is dissolving weight. And the test that I ran was I was testing how tongue tablets or antacid tablets dissolve differently in different liquids. My null hypothesis for this was there would be no difference in the dissolving time and the liquid type. My alternative hypothesis was there will be a difference between the dissolve time and the liquid type. The materials I needed for this was obviously tongue tablets. I also needed lemon juice, white vinegar, water, a graduated cylinder to measure out all of my liquids, and cups to fill my liquids in.
For the procedures, what you want to do is measure out 100 milliliters of lemon juice, water, and vinegar. Then you want to put in your Tums. Both of them. Right. And you want to try to put them in fairly at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Good job.
If y'all are curious, that is honestly the best a 4-year-old will do with this without drinking the liquids or trying to eat the tablets.
True.
Just click on it.
Okay, thank you. A problem that did occur was one of my liquids I used was water. And when I stuck the tongue tablet in about 2 minutes, all that occurred was this. I mean, it didn't dissolve at all. I waited 2.5 hours to see if dissolving would occur, and still it was the same. Also, just a little side note, I left that out all night just to see if I could get it to dissolve out at all. It still looks like that on my table. My data that I received for this, my averages for vinegar was roughly 57 minutes for the tongue tablet to dissolve out, and my averages for lemon juice was 67 minutes roughly for the tongue tablet to dissolve out into the lemon juice. The test that I ran on my data was a t-test. The p-value that I received for this was a very small number. And because of that, I felt that this was significant and I was able to reject my null hypothesis. Improvements that I could make on this: one, I would like to be able to observe my data in seconds, but because of time issues, I've done all of them at the same time, all 24 tests, and I didn't feel that it was feasible to be able to measure all of them in seconds, so I've done them in minutes. This could be used in a classroom. You could divide your students out into groups and have them each do their separate, say you have one group do lemon juice, one group do water, one group do vinegar. This can show students how to hypothesize, how to conduct an experiment. It can show them chemical changes. And also I just thought it was a lot of fun to see all the fizzing in the vinegar. That's just another little side note. Any questions? Yes.
All right, you said you had a very small p-value. What did you compare that to?
I compared that to 0.05, which was my significance value.
Okay.
How many times did you do the experiment in each liquid?
Each liquid, I've done it 8 times for water, 8 times for lemon juice, and 8 times for vinegar. And the reason I've done that is because the little packages come in 8s. So that was just. Any other questions?
What, thinking about the 5E model, what I've kind of seen here is
an exploration, what would be your explanation to your students as to why they got the results they did?
My explanation to them would be that the tongue tablet is used to neutralize acidity, and the vinegar has a higher acidic rate than the lemon juice, so therefore it dissolved out quicker. And it did not dissolve out in the water because water is already neutral.
What would you suggest as an elaboration?
As an elaboration.
If the purpose of an elaboration is to get the students to take something you've just done and to show mastery of it in a different context, can you, and I know I'm asking you to do this off the top of your head, can you think of something that they might now go and do on their own that resembles this type of thing?
On their own, if students want to, which this was something I wanted to do, but nowhere has litmus strips, they can check the pH levels at different times to see if the rates changed.
Okay, that's fair. Good.
Any other questions?